This Zoom session is being brought to you by the fractal Swirly 3 Horizon S. Now we're going to be going on to 8.2 and 8.3. 8.2, big thing, the quadratic formula. We're going to solve, in general, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And we'll do it by the method of completing the square with a few modifications. So we start with this, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. We divide throughout by the leading coefficient a. So it's so we get a 1 in front of the x squared. 1x squared plus b over ax plus c over a equals 0, which is 0 over a. Now, then we transpose the c over a. X squared plus b over x equals minus c over a. Now we will complete the square. We do that by taking half the middle coefficient, that's b over 2a, squaring it, b squared over 4a squared, and adding that to both sides. So on the left, x squared plus b over ax plus b squared over 4a squared, which is the square of x plus b over 2a. And then on the right, b squared over 4a squared minus c over a. Now if you put that over lowest common denominator, 4a squared, you get b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. That equals the square of x plus b over 2a. So now we've gotten it down to where we had all we need to do is take a square root and transpose. Take a square root, x plus b over 2a is plus or minus b squared over minus 4ac over 4a squared. Now this 4a squared root is just 2a. And we'll subtract b over 2a from both sides and get x equals minus b over 2a plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac, that over 2a. Now, it's traditional to put it all over a common denominator of 2a. So x equals negative b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac, all that divided by 2a. These are the solutions of this. So this is the quadratic formula for solving the general quadratic equation. All right, so we just do a bunch of examples. And okay, so we have several means for solving a quadratic. Factoring sometimes, square roots if you complete the square, and then this, which is a generalized completing of the square. You have 2x squared plus x minus 3 equals 0. The coefficient a is 2, the coefficient b is 1, the coefficient c is negative 3. So formula is minus b plus minus root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. All right, b is 1, goes here and here. A is 2, goes here and here. C is negative 3, goes here. All right, 1 squared is 1, minus a negative is plus, 4 times 2 times 3 is 24, 1 plus 24 is 25, and twice 2 is 4. So negative 1 plus or minus root 25 over 4. Now, okay, root 25 is a 5, so we have negative 1 plus or minus 5, that divided by 4, which comes out to negative 3 halves, or 1. So those are the two solutions. And it's easy enough to check that they work. Here we have 12t squared minus 5t minus 2 equals 0. And again, a is 12, b is a negative 5, make sure the negative is there. C is a negative 2. There we go. So, and by the way, whenever I write down the quadratic, I kind of make these empty parentheses here and here and here and here and here and here before I fill in the numbers. So, okay, b is negative 5. It goes here and here. A is 12 here and here. C is negative 2 here. 2 times 12 is 24, minus a negative 5 is plus 5. And this is the most annoying to work out, and it's 121. 5 plus or minus root 121 over 24. Now, root 121 is 11, so we have 5 plus or minus 11 over 24, which, if you work out the arithmetic, is minus a quarter or 2/3. Those are the solutions to this. And no doubt we could get those same solutions by factoring this out, by means, of course, the AC method, and so on. But this is a lot less work. It's just a lot more straightforward. No special cases. All right, A2, 2, let's try 2, 3. Here we're going to get one with, okay, a is 4. Unfortunately, I have an a here as a variable, but whatever. The coefficients are 4, 4, and 5. 4, 4, and 5. So we get b is 4 here and here. A is 4 here and here. C is 5 here. And okay, it works out to minus 4 plus or minus root negative 64, all that over 8. Now, we're taking a square root of a negative means we're going to have, it's an imaginary number. So it'll be 8i. So negative 4 plus or minus 8i over 8. And dividing both of these real and imaginary parts by 8, you get minus a half plus or minus I are the solutions to this. You have 4x, x squared plus 5x minus 5. A is 1, B is 5, C is negative 5. And so you plug it in. B is 5 here and here. A is 1 here and here. C is negative 5 here. And so you get negative 5 plus or minus root of 45 over 2. Now root 45 is root 9 times root 5. Root 9 is 3. So you have negative 5 plus or minus 3 root 5, all divided by 2. Then we have 9h squared minus 6h plus 7 is 0. All right, A is 9, so we put a 9 here and here. B is negative 6, so we put a negative 6 here and here. C is 7, so we put the 7 here. So this is the numbers, minus a negative 6 plus or minus root of negative 6 squared minus 4 times 9 times 7, all over twice 9. All right, so this comes up to 6 plus or minus root negative 216 over 18. Now again, a negative square root means you have a factor of I. Now 216 turns out to be 36 times 6. Then for the third power of 6. This is the second power times the first power. Root 36 is 6, so you get 6 plus or minus I, 6 root 6 over 18. After canceling, you get 1/3 plus or minus I root 6 over 3. Here we have 1/8 x squared minus a half x plus 1 equals 0. I don't like these fractions, so let's multiply the lowest common denominator, which is 8. And after you multiply all these terms by 8, you get x squared minus 4x plus 8 equals 0. Okay, so A is 1, 1 goes here and here. B is negative 4 goes here and here. C is 8, 8 goes here. So after a bunch of arithmetic, you get 4 plus or minus root negative 16 over 2. Root of negative 16 is 4i. And then dividing 4 plus or minus I 4 over 2 gets you 2 plus or minus I times 2. Now here, we have one of these annoying problems where there's, where if it only had been a 0 at this end, you'd be able to solve it as 2, negative 2, or 4. But we set it equal to 16, and okay, we have to have some solutions. All right, so what we do first do here is expand this left side. X squared minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 here equals 16. And then I'll move the 8 to the other side and combine these to get x squared minus 2x equals 24. I could go to the quadratic formula, but I think here it makes more sense to complete the square. X squared minus 2x. Okay, half of negative 2 is a negative 1. Squared is 1. Add 1 to both sides. X squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 24 plus 1. That's 25. This left side is the square of x minus 1. So x minus 1 squared equals 25. So x minus 1 is plus or minus 5. So x is 1 plus or minus 5. So negative 4 or 6 work. Those are the solutions. Here we have 75b, which is the same thing, only instead of a negative 16, positive 16, we have a negative 16. Well, pretty much the same thing happens. You get x squared minus 2x equals, now it's a negative 8 rather than a 24. Add 1 to both sides. X squared minus 2x plus 1 is negative 7. Left side is the square of x minus 1 equals negative 7. So x minus 1 is plus or minus root negative 7. That negative means you have an I. Transpose the 1. X is 1 plus or minus I root 7. Here. Okay, that concludes this part. So let's stop recording on this section.